Greetings, sweet jelly beans. You're tuned into the frequencies of Shamanic Awakening.
Yup. Hello, baby
Today's
girl.
video, we are going to be breaking down the standard structure of a tarot deck. Greetings, fellow earthlings. Welcome to Shamanic Awakening. I am Chief Moki Wish, your companion, your shaman, your guide as we channel the divine. Thank you all for sharing your space, energy, and your time and allowing me to share mine. So this will be the first installment of a series learning how to read tarot cards, my friend. So we're going to talk briefly about the standard structure. And if you stick around to the end, my friend, I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks that I use when I read the cards intuitively. I need your help. If you enjoy these videos, minimally, all you got to do is that thumb, you got to just thumb me up thumb this video up. Drop me a comment, let me know how you feeling, where you at, what you doing, who you with. But you're supporting by just being here, my friend, and I appreciate you very much. That being said, let's get to it. A standard tarot deck is going to consist of 78 cards, my friend. It's split in two halves. The first 22 cards are called the major arcana. The remaining 56 are going to be the minor arcana. The major arcana are going to be numbered 0 to 21. Essentially, what the major arcana represent are the fool's journey. From trusting and having that innocence all the way up to the completion, the wholeness, and everything in between. So these are going to be major life themes, karmic lessons, and spiritual evolution. In readings, this will typically show up as situations that you are in or situations that people around you are in. They represent major milestones in the soul's evolution. Each card also has an astrological significance, and it can really impact the theme or the message in the reading. There's all kinds of decks out there. You'll find that every deck kind of sticks with the same structure, right? And they all have their literature to go with it. This is the Wild Unknown and the Light Seers. But as you can see, the same symbology, shows up throughout. This is basically the fool's journey on the spiritual evolution, and we'll have another video that we break these down all the way. For now, let's move along to the second half of the deck, minor arcana, arcana, whatever. Tomato, potato. Thank you for being here, you beautiful soul. I really do appreciate you. By the way, shout out to all the channel members. I think there's like 5 of y'all. Star Sky, Sister Blue, Dreamy Bacon, Chris Croft. Thank you so much for being supporters of the channel, my friends. Moving right along to the minor arcana. By the way, did I mention already? You're looking mighty fine. Excuse me?
In your face.
All right, so we're moving along to the minor arcana. We have here 4 elements. Starting off with the cups. This is going to be the water element. The water element. The water element has to deal with feelings, loves, relationships, the emotional bodies, intuitions. They're associated with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Next up, we got the wands, which represent fire. These deal with raw life force, passion, action, movement, creativity. Up next, we have my personal favorite, the swords. The swords represent air and deals with communication, ideas, thoughts, mentality, the mind, the truth, and is associated with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And last but certainly not least, we got the pentacles, which represent earth, and it has to deal with finances, investments, 3D material possessions, and the physical energy put forth to acquire physical possessions. These are associated with Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Just briefly gonna touch on the symbolism here. The cups having to do with emotion. That's like when you have so much love inside of you that it's overflowing. Emotions, energy, emotion, that's like when you have so much love that like you have tears of joy and it's just pouring out. That's why the water is representing our emotion. The wands are about action and movement and passion, and this is because a wand is very rigid, right? Like you can like move some stuff with a wand. There's also some deeper like adult meanings behind the cups and the wands, but I'll save that for later. The swords representing the truth, communication, word. This is because the truth is a double-edged sword. Okay, the truth can heal, but it can also hurt you if you're not prepared for it. And then we have the pentacles here represented by the coin here with the pentagram on it. This is because things in the 3D, like coins, physical things, can be bought with coins, right? And also, if you think about it, it's kind of like a seed. You're planting a seed when you start. Across the board here, you're gonna have ace through 10, right? And this is gonna be like the story of that element and the challenges that you would face along the way. We're gonna dive deeper into this in a separate video where I'm just giving you the gist of it, right? So we have ace through 10 and everything in between. The minor arcana are gonna represent situations you find yourself in daily and the challenges surrounding, you know, these four elements. Across the board here, we're gonna have 4 court cards in each of the suits. The 4 court cards are gonna represent people, typically your energy or people around you's energy. They follow a hierarchy. You got the page, a younger, malleable energy, curious. The knight is about movement, going after whatever it is in that element. The queens, which is feminine, inward, mastery. The kings, which are outward, executive, masculine energy. I love the symbolism. Every single card has its keywords. If you just look at the art itself, sometimes I see things that I hadn't seen before. Something that's specific to the message. If you're just getting into it, I think you're gonna have a blast. Just keep in mind that the cards are a reflection of our inner world. You're gonna see your experiences. And if you made it this far in the video, as I promised, I'm gonna give you some of my tips and tricks that I use when I'm reading for people. You gotta have a strong sense of discernment. Remove yourself from what you're reading. I'm just basically reading the cards at face value. I'm not trying to force anything. You just read the cards for what they are. It's the best way to give somebody the message that they were supposed to hear. Practicing discernment, sharpening that skill, learning to feel energy that you're reading for without absorbing it. Once you open the door on this kind of stuff right here, it can get a little bit tricky, but just having that sense of discernment and detach from the energy that you're reading. Also rituals, like for instance, every time I do a reading, I cleanse all the decks by shuffling it rhythmically, and I say, you know, prayers in my head to God, my higher self, my angels, my ancestors. I have that connection with them to protect me from any negative energies that I might have came across. Also, a sound bowl. Sound bowl is very effective. Incense, pretty much anything that resonates with you, that you feel speaks to your soul, your sovereignty, that's gonna be your tools right there. So protect your energy, y'all. Most importantly, sow seeds of gratitude and you will go far, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me share this information with you. Remember to be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and namaste, stellar, you beautiful, beautiful souls, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.